Welcome to this video into India's plastic paradox, where a material that transformed modern life is now threatening our environment, health, and economy. Today, we will explore how India can shift from crisis to circularity through innovation, policy reforms, and homegrown solutions. Plastic has become an integral part of our daily lives, yet its unchecked production and disposal have created one of the biggest environmental challenges of our time. India now stands at a turning point with an opportunity to transform its plastic waste systems into model of circularity and sustainable growth. Global plastic production has surged exponentially since 1950s. Shockingly, more than half of all plastics ever made were produced after the year 2000. This explosive growth reveals how deeply plastics have become embedded in modern consumption and why the waste crisis has intensified so rapidly. India generates about 3.47 million tons of plastic every year. Per capita waste generation has more than doubled in recent years, while individual consumption remains lower than global averages. The pace of waste accumulation is unsustainable. Future generations will inherit these consequences unless action is taken now. A major part of the problem lies in single-use plastics, bags, cups, cutlery, straws, and packaging that are used for mere minutes but remain in the environment for centuries. India's 2019 call to phase out many SUPs, single-use plastic items, marked a historic step, but long-term change depends on redesigning materials and transforming consumer behavior. Plastic never fully decomposes. It becomes into microplastics, tiny particles that now contaminate soil, rivers, oceans, air, and even the food we eat. These particles pose serious risks to human health and ecosystems. Understanding this invincible or invisible threat shows why managing plastic waste is not optional, it is essential. Globally, only 9% of plastic ever produced have been recycled. Most end up in landfills or is burned, causing pollution and resource loss. This take, make, dispose system is fundamentally flawed. We need to reimagine how materials circulate through our economy. Basically, we should encourage the concept of circular economy. A circular economy keeps materials in use for as long as possible through reuse, repair, recycle, and redesign. It reduces dependence on virgin fossils resources and minimize waste. This model not only protects the environment but also unlocks economic opportunities. India collects nearly 60% of its plastic waste for recycling, much higher than many developed countries. This is largely driven by informal waste sector whose contribution is invaluable. Integrating these workers into formal systems strengthens efficiency, ensures fair wages, and improves material recovery rates. EPR or Extended Producer Responsibility shifts the responsibility for plastic waste management to companies that manufacture, import, or sell plastic products. They must ensure collection, recycling, or safe disposal. This creates incentives for better product design and builds accountability across the value chain. India has pioneered a remarkable innovation: roads built using waste plastic. These roads are more durable and have longer lifespans than traditional ones. Over 13,000 kilometers have already been constructed, turning plastic waste into a valuable infrastructure resource. New forms of materials, bioplastics, biodegradable plastics, and compostable plastics offer exciting solutions, but it is important to understand their differences. Not all bioplastics biodegrade, and compostable plastics often require specific industrial conditions. Clear definitions help prevent greenwashing and ensure responsible use. Around the world, breakthrough solutions are emerging. Edible seaweed-based packings or packaging, algae-based foams for footwear, and plant-driven coatings are redefining how we design products. These innovations hint at a future where plastic alternatives are safe, sustainable, and widely accessible. India is also developing remarkable innovation. DRDO's biodegradable cutlery and CSIR's agro-residue tableware are powerful examples of turning agriculture waste into everyday sustainable products. These solutions reduce plastic pollution while strengthening rural economies. Many promising alternatives are still in early research stage. Half of them have not moved beyond lab testing. To bring these innovations to market, India must invest in scale-up facilities, testing labs, and public-private partnership that bridge the gap between research and commercial use. India aims to achieve 90 to 94% recycling rate, increase bio-based plastic to 40% of the market, and reduce single-use plastic consumption by 20%. These targets reflect a bold national commitment to sustainability and circularity. Strategic investments in packaging, agriculture, healthcare, automotive, and electronics can accelerate innovation. These sectors have high plastic dependency, making them ideal candidates for new biodegradable and high-performance materials. To transform vision into reality, India must strengthen testing infrastructure, ensure food safety compliance, expand commercial manufacturing of biopolymers, and establish clear end-of-life standards. Well-designed incentives can motivate industries to invest in sustainable alternatives. EPR needs to be reinforced and expanded. Clear labeling is essential to distinguish between recyclable, biodegradable, and compostable materials. Effective labeling prevents contamination and improves recycling efficiency. Including the informal sector is crucial for socially equitable transition. India must build modern testing laboratories, streamline regulatory approvals, and foster collaborations between research institutions and industries. A national center for bioplastic translational research could significantly reduce time to market for innovations. India has the opportunity to turn plastic waste from an environmental burden into a driver of sustainable economic growth. By embracing a circular economy, investing in innovation, and supporting homegrown solutions, the nation can build a cleaner, healthier, and more resilient future. Thank you for watching. If you found this video informative, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Let's work together to build a circular and sustainable India.